Aussie, Aussie, angry, Aussie, angry.
Oh my God, can you hear me? Just have to see if people can hear me. From my end, it looks like it's working now. So, yeah, okay. So if there's no fucking way I'm restarting the modem, it's literally a StreamYard problem. It's nothing else. It's StreamYard. Switch this banner off. And whoever said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is a fucking moron. Because there's a whole spectrum of things that will produce a different outcome if you do them repeatedly. Just saying. Not least, fucking switch. Like, I did nothing but about 10 times leave the stream, restart the browser. 10th time it worked. Did nothing. Well, Safa, did Nintendo say a Tyson-Paul fight was going to be boring as fuck with technical problems? It was a points win, which is a major disappointment because I wanted at least one of them to get knocked the fuck out. Honestly, wasn't that fussed about which of the two it was because they both deserve a major fucking concussion, honestly. Another good one, Jeremy. Repeating the same action, expecting different result, never met a bodybuilder. Was it Jake Paul that was in the fight? I even forgot which of the Pauls it was. They're so fucking generic. Yeah, but to have it just be a dance around thing. And be a points decision. It's like, boo, I wanted someone to get knocked the fuck out. Because it would have been really therapeutic to watch the video again and again and again. But it was all too boring to watch again and again and again. So, look, having said that, because it was being delayed for so long, I finished watching Dune, courtesy of Home for the Elderly's server, and then thought, hey, that fight might still be on, and switched to Netflix, and it was literally the last minute of it, and it's like, boo, this is so boring, nothing's happening. I did not get Tim Smith. I did have a couple of Viskies. God, it was such an old school RSL club I went to last night. Like, it could have been like Dubbo in the 70s. This old stone building. I was really thinking I'd gone to the wrong place. God, it was such a, like I say, unrenovated old school interior as well. Like a lot of RSL clubs and what not have had extensive remodeling. Not this one. And there was an old guy selling meat tray tickets, which I had to get. It's like this guy come around, oh, you want tickets to the meat trays? Like, yes. And so, like, but I think I haven't bought a ticket in a meat tray for 30 years. So I had to do that. Didn't we? Actually, 2 people on my table did. I was on a table with about 8 people, and they did. No, Netflix was not pay-per-view. It was just if you had Netflix, you could watch it. Um, and I thought the setup with the meat trays was good. It wasn't one big meat tray, which I have seen in the past. I've seen places do the meat trays with like seafood and everything, and it's huge. They actually had 12 smaller ones, and so that's better because 12 people get to win. Hey Pat, how you doing? Ah, bunny sausage, nice. As half on Foxtel, it's pay per view for fights as well. Like it's really unusual. I think it's safe to say this was a pretty high profile event, and the fact that it wasn't pay per view is pretty unusual. But people would have been super fucking pissed off if it was, because apparently Netflix just had just a huge amount of technical problems. People everywhere going like, "Oh, it's buffering, it's just dying," and oh, friggin' Mike Tyson's ass at some point, like he's wearing an arseless jockstrap, and he's talking to someone, and then walks away on the live feed with his ass hanging out. I didn't see that live. I saw everyone talking about it online. Mike Tyson's big chunky ass being live streamed by Netflix. Oh my god. Yeah, I reckon there'll be some rough meetings at Netflix about all the technical problems that happened, and if they can fix them. I don't know what their workplace environment is like. If they can have a supportive, what do you call it? Supportive review without abusing people, or if they're rough. So for the actual fight was 8 2-minute rounds, so not all that long. And that's an excellent question. I'm assuming it's available on replay. File it under don't know, don't care. Because it was very lackluster. So, there's the thing, Safa, with live streaming, there's approximately 100 things that can impair what happens. Very hard to nail them all down. There is just variable upon variable upon variable of what does or doesn't make a live stream work. What was I doing? Checking some things. Well, I mean, it's a major disappointment for me that it didn't get knocked out. Oh, okay. You know what this made me think of? A movie from, God, maybe 20 years ago, 10, 20 years ago, called Great White Hope. Had Damon Wayans in it. Great White Hope. Wayans. I think that's what it was called. Great White Hype. 96. So almost 30 years ago. So it's basically the whole friggin' premise of this movie is how trashy and sus the boxing establishment is, because they're just fucking criminals, basically. No integrity at all. Yes, that's it. You know it. Yeah, I saw it on. I'm pretty sure I saw it on VHS. Yeah, beef ravioli, nice. Yes, I had a Parma. It was pretty nice. Jamie Foxx in Great White Hype Central Laughing. I don't remember it that well. I just remember that the central thing basically being how corrupt and shitty the boxing world is, and stuff is done for spectacle with no dignity whatsoever. And that's what the Tyson-Paul fight made me think of, because it was officially sanctioned, and it's like, yeah, because you people have no fucking integrity, none at all. How much was the Palmer? It's about $20. It's an RSL club, so I feel like everything was a little bit cheaper, and would have been cheaper still if I was a member, but I'm not. Is every time I buy a drink, you got a membership badge, doll? Nope, I don't. I took my instant old-fashioned mix with me because I suspected they wouldn't be making cocktails, or wouldn't be making good cocktails, and I was right. So I would order a whiskey on ice, and then add my old-fashioned mix and have a perfectly serviceable old-fashioned. When does the money in boxing come from? The mafia? I don't know. Gambling and ticket sales. So Jamie Foxx was the pinnacle of wealth, was buying a Cadillac Pro-Am. Oh, what do you call them? The Rocky series? Because there's a fuckload of movies you could call the Rocky series. And yes, I wouldn't imagine they're at the more expensive end. Good, you know what? Now I want to look it up. Just go somewhere like JB. And let's look up Rocky. What packages are there? Fuck off with trying. Okay. 6 DVDs. Okay, that's only DVDs. $21.98. 7 Blu-rays for $40. This Ultra 7.4K Ultra HD is $90. But yeah, I mean, 7 Blu-rays for $40 is not bad. And there's another version of 4K. What's it got on it? 2, 3, and 4. That's not even all of them. That's only 2, 3, and 4. That's, I guess, the original group of movies before there was a huge delay and old Stallone brought stuff out. So what were they? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rocky Balboa. Yeah, I was just looking at JB Safa for an indication. Here's what I was surprised by. My dad was a boxer, right? And thing with, say, the first 3 Rocky movies, well, let's say actually the first 4, because There's the classic original, 2, which is the rematch with Apollo Creed, 3 is Mr. T, 4 is Dolph Lundgren. So they're like the original Rocky movies. And I remember my dad watching them. And it's kind of like, if you watch a real boxing match, not every punch hits. Most of the punches don't hit. But he friggin' loved. I think it was Rocky 3. I remember watching with him, and he just wanted to rewind and watch the fight again. But it was like so not real because like every punch lands. I think my dad would think that fight was a shit show and boring. Thinking five is the super bad Rocky film. I've heard good or at least middling good things about Rocky Balboa. I don't mind the Creed. I haven't seen Creed 3. I don't mind Creed 1 and 2. Can't judge Creed 3 because I haven't seen it. Oh, and I tell you what, I rewatched Civil War today, which I'd been hanging out to do. I originally went and saw it in IMAX, which was a hell of an experience, let me tell you. And I'd wanted to rewatch it, and I still think it's a pretty good movie. And I think the majority of the complaints about it are stupid as fuck and completely miss the point. But there is a death in it, which is stupid as fuck. I don't want to do spoiler alerts. I mean, I don't want to do spoilers, so I'm not going to even give context for it. But there is a character death in it that is stupid as fuck. Like I left the screening the first time I saw it and thought it was really good apart from that one death, which was really fucking stupid. And I rewatched it and went, yep, that death was definitely fucking stupid. It's really illogical and was just done for the dun dun dun. But overall, Civil War, fucking excellent movie. And a real roller coaster. No. Okay, I can't say any more without massive spoiler. And I don't want you to keep asking because it messes up. Also, that scene with Jesse Plemons, or whatever that actor's name is, my God, that guy, he has the specialty acting role of a guy who is really quiet and measured, but he's absolutely fucking terrifying. Jesse Plemons is his name, I think. He's wearing the red glasses in this, and he was scary as fucking Breaking Bad, and he plays an astonishingly creepy character in one episode of Black Mirror. He's probably done other stuff, but it's just like, God damn. Is Jesse Plemons Kirsten Dunst's husband? I did not know that. But he's Jesus, he's so unsettling. Even just in the trailer, I remember when I saw the trailer. You didn't give anything away, Home for the Elderly, no. But that's why I just kind of stopped the conversation because I can't say it without massive. Maybe I can put it on Discord because you can cover stuff up on Discord. Call it a spoiler. But just in the trailer for the movie, there's that one line of Jesse Plemons' like threatening-looking guy with a gun going, well, what kind of American are you? And it's just like, oh, how the fuck do you answer that to a scary guy with a gun? What the fuck do you say to him? Because there is 1,000 possible wrong answers that'll get you shot, and there may not be a right answer that won't get you shot. All right, I'm gonna have a chat. Just so Strictly Sega knows what I'm talking about. Plemons, not Plevens. American actor. Child. He was a child actor. And he was in Friday Night Lights. Okay, I didn't know that. Never watched Friday Night Lights. Born 88, so he's like 20 years younger than me. Nice. And they just got married. Ah, maybe it was on the set of Civil War. Who knows? Damn, he's good though. Like he's only in one little bit of the movie, but the impact of that scene is just like, God damn. Oof. I also like they don't tell you much. They don't tell you background, but there are some little hints in the movie Civil War that it's at least 15 or 20 years into the future, namely because the lead character, the photojournalist, Kirsten Dunst plays Lee, her little fan says to her, "You got famous when you took that amazing photo at when she was at college. She took it at the Antifa rally and the Antifa massacre, they call it. And that was her pivotal thing when she was at college. And so she's older now. She's at least 15 to 20 years out of college. So they say they're not specific. They're not even vague about it. They don't hint at all when it is, but you work out that it's at least 15, if not 20 years in the future. Did Civil War predict Trump too? Actually, it's funny. While they never say whether the president's Republican, Democrat, or Independent, they never say what triggered the Civil War. They never say what's the political persuasion of the elements. And some people criticize that. And I think those people are stupid as fuck and they've missed the central point of the movie. And I read an interview with the writer-director, and he said, yeah, if I had said the president's a Democrat, the rebellion is right-wingers, or if the president's right-wing and the civil wars with the Democrat, if it said that, people would have just argued that endlessly. And I think that was very clever, and people who don't understand that are just thick as shit. But blanked on his real name, Ron Swanson. I love that guy. No, it's not Ryan Johnson. Nick Offerman. Okay, if someone gets it, I actually remembered his name. Yeah, I remembered his name just before I saw you. You typed that probably 10 seconds before I said it. But I said it before I saw that. So Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman is the president. He says some really Trumpy things. The two key giveaways that the president is someone like Trump is he says really Trumpy things, and he is actually in his third term as president. So he has used some fuckery to get a third term as president. That's his name, Alex Garland. I didn't even try and remember the writer-director's name. Because I didn't try and remember because I knew you'd get it. Oh, it's in the opening 5 seconds. All I'm saying is he's Trumpy. Hey, it could be Vance. Absolutely could be. But the movie was made before Vance was a thing. Oh, that's right. Alex Garland did Ex Machina, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Such a good movie. I think you're using innuendo wrong there, Safa, because that's usually sexual. But I do think like they are definitely, absolutely, 100% not saying this guy is Trump. But, and like I say, when I say Trumpy, a future Democrat could be very Trumpy. You know what? The aircon is not in this room and it's getting a little bit uncomfortably warm. So I'm going to leave you for a minute in the loving embrace of Tom Kitten. And I'm just going to go switch on the aircon in this room. Okay. All right. Should cool this room down directly. Yeah, I like what you're saying about the movie Home for the Elderly, but it's not. So, and this is my take. This is non-spoilery. This is just my subjective take. It's not so much. It's definitely not trying to be a prediction. It is considering the idea. It's quite freaky how split and divided America is. And he's just looked at like what happens in civil wars in other countries, and he just said, well, transpose those types of things to America. And what's interesting, some of the combat scenes, a lot of soldiers who've been involved in urban combat in places like Iraq and Afghanistan have said, wow, that's a really accurate depiction of urban combat. Yeah, there's a bit of a rumination on journalism in it as well. Definitely, not even subtle, where they are putting forth a few ideologies about journalism. Oh yeah, Civil War's been out on disc for ages, which is how I got it on Plex. I had been waiting for it to be free on streaming services, which will probably be soon. But I just thought, fuck it. It's a Saturday morning. I'm crashed out on the lounge. I am gonna. Okay, Civil War. Ooh, it was on a buy 2 for $30 on Blu-ray. No, that's the Captain America one. 4K 36.98. Oh yeah. I see you get the adult movies on Plex now. Back in the days when adult movies were a movie. I haven't watched any of them yet. I'm fucking gonna though. I like there are actually people, because a big thing with porn movies back in the day was spoofs of things. There are still people who do full-length spoof porn movies now, which I admire their spirit, honestly. Oh, right. It was there. You just unlocked it to me because I was like, no, I'm not going to be offended. No, definitely not. Watch porn on the big screen. Yeah. Oh God, speaking of big screens, I had to get a memory card. And so I was in JB and I hadn't looked at, the new like $10,000 TVs now. Jesus, fuck. Those things are huge with the freakishly sharp resolution. My God. Yeah. But I'd want to be bloody winning a lotto before I'd spend $10,000 on a TV. But that's the other thing, because I have modest needs TV. If my existing TV blew up, God forbid, I'd be really happy with a quite modest TV. God, the old 85 to 100-inch TVs, Jesus. Is it 75 to 83-inch? Yeah, fuck, get a Chinese one. Hisense, under $1,000. Fuck yeah, I'm not fussy. Although my current TVs are Sony. Actually, let's go. What do Sonys go for these days? Okay, so that must be bigger than mine because that's way more expensive, varying between $2,005, well, $7,000. That's 4K HDR OLED. God damn, that is no. Okay, let's go. Oh, wait a sec. I'm just obsessed with this now. Where are we? TVs. TVs by size. Okay, let's go the slightly smaller ones. Okay, so they're ranging from friggin' $700 to $2,500. Oof! Again, they're quite expensive. Oh, well, anyway, I'm just rambling now about TVs, which I'm not going to buy. Hisense is Korean. I'm just being okay. Well, I was just being very generalist that it was a not good thing. TCL, is that a brand? Does amazing blacks. Okay. Well, okay, now I want to look at that. Jesus, fuck off, JB. Brand. Okay. What's a TCL go for? Oh, they're a good price. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. Well, again, this would literally only happen if my TV blew up. Which is why I've got the one I have now, because the previous one stopped working. Didn't actually blow up, I mean that figuratively. The TV blows up. Got to look for Dolby Vision. Okay, I'll probably forget that. But yeah, don't forget that, Tyson. No, what I won't forget is to talk to you before I buy another TV. The old TV probably blew up 10 years ago, and it was a plasma. That's how old it was. Don't think they even have plasma TVs anymore. Competing technology. It broke once and I got it repaired, which wasn't cheap, but was much cheaper than getting another TV. And then it broke again years later, and I was going, fuck it, time for a new TV. People get caught up in brand names. Oh, okay, now here's the fun thing. Do you remember me always saying iPhone had me in soft handcuffs? And it was mainly because of The Simpsons Tapped Out. Well, they're retiring that game. It's going away. Maybe I switch from iPhone. I'll say, I have no fucking idea. Like I said, it died 10 years ago. This does not deserve real estate in my brain. Remembering what brand my old TV was. You know what? I'm going to make that same Christmas. Oh, actually, I got this. Okay. Newest bottle. Mrs. Angry got me. It's the perpetual Christmas present. She signed me up about 2 years ago for this subscription thing where every 3 months, so 4 times a year, I get a mystery bottle from an Australian distiller. And I've had all sorts of things: whiskey, Australian agave spirit, liqueurs, gins. Now, this is a grapefruit aperitif. So this is like the Italian bittersweet aperitivo Aperol. And it's grapefruit based and has lily pilly as well. Wolf Lane is the name of the distillery. And I don't know how much that comes out, but their mascot of the Suave Wolf is really quite cool. Anyway, I had a little taste of this. And it tastes like a good aperitif. I'm going to make a version of a Boulevardier. Okay, I don't feel like it's significantly cooled down in here since I turned the aircon on. C'est la vie. Hope I didn't blow up the aircon or something. Oh, I'm not making any videos tonight. Actually, although it's probably not the right time. I've got to put more thought into what I do for videos. I think I have to start scripting them. So I've got to do something. I can't just keep doing the thing I'm doing now, which is not really going anywhere. Nowhere fast anyway. Okay, let's do the Googs. You have several password issues. Oh, this is the thing. Because my daughter used my browser at some point. So there's a whole bunch of accounts she's had over the years that have been in data breaches. So they're not actually me. Anyway, done. Fuck it. This year says the ultimate cocktail. Your last TV was at 2012. Oh, actually, okay, now you say that, I think my plasma was LG. I think that's actually right. My plasma was LG. What's the other one? There we go. Difford's got I've got open already. I'm going to make a Boulevardier. Let's fucking... Oh, why is that not working? Honestly. There we go. Boulevard. Boulevardier. Okay, 1.5 whiskey, sweet vermouth. Okay, I just have to go and get my sweet vermouth. I'm going to do that though. Hello, Hannah. Oh, there is a fracture on your hand. Damn. Okay, I'm just going to go and get, because it's a good way to showcase an aperitivo and make a boulevardier. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah. All right, God. I think I have to have a pee break. So you're saying, Hannah, small fracture in the knuckle, treatment's the same as no break? Strap the fingers, nothing more, 5 kilograms for a couple of weeks. Feels dramatic to call it broken. We call it a fracture. That sounds... So 1.5 and 3/4. Okay. Oh, okay, because this is a really fruity thing. So I think a really fruity whiskey. So I'm thinking twofold. Which is in here. Not going to use panettone. Twofold. God, I think I have to do a pee break as well. Dun, dun, dun. Got my jiggers. Where my jiggers at? Okay, so we go. Whiskey. Und aperitivo. That was a decent glug on that. Definitely think I need a pee break, actually. With this drink. Oh, Jesus, okay. Empty the jigger before putting anything else in it. Da-da. And sweet vermouth. And make a mess. Bam. The very red sweet vermouth turned this into a very red drink. The Boulevardier. A gentleman who strolls the boulevard. That's what the Boulevardier is. Oh, this is technical stuff. So the LCDs were lit by neon offlights around the border. So even when it was black, like Darth Vader's helmet wasn't quite black. But now they have an array of little lights that are controlled by the CPU that lights the movie. Yeah. Oh, God, do you know what you made me think of when you said Darth Vader? I only just discovered today, like I know Andor Season 2 is coming out, but I only just discovered today that Krennic is in it. Ben Mendelsohn's character from Rogue One. It's like, yes, Mendo's back. It'll be the second series he's done with Disney because he did Secret War, the Marvel thing, where he's Space Australian. Safa, no fucking idea. Again, not something that takes up real estate in my brain. How long I had the TV for. Could be 5 years, could be 10 years. I don't know. That's good. That is good. I think I want it to chill a little bit more. Stir it on that sexy clear ice for a bit longer. So you had yours for 12 because it wouldn't die, whereas mine died twice. So it's not really, and it literally just like while being used, watching it, and you get this noise and it just goes black. The audio was still working and the screen just went black. First TV before plasma was TCL. Thanks. Oh, that was the Rudd money. Yeah. I think the TV I had before the plasma was a CRT, 80 centimeter. Yeah, which was the largest generally available consumer CRT. It wasn't the largest in existence. I did see larger ones, but you could only get them from really specialist places. So yeah, I had an 80 centimeter CRT for a while. Yeah, well, it was the biggest generally available CRT. Your mum got plus. Yeah, everyone used the Rudd money on something. Retro gaming and nuts about say, yeah, because the retro games were designed to be played on CRTs, not on LCD monitors. But as I say, this will be. I'm sure I've told this story before. When I first moved to Melbourne, I was in Footscray. There's a home entertainment specialist shop there, and they were trying to sell Laserdisc players. So they had an unofficial / illegal Laserdisc lending library just to encourage people to get Laserdisc players. Because it's like, oh, what do I play now? It's like, well, we've got a library. You can rent them from us. And they had some good stuff in their library. But they had a CRT, and it was bigger than 80 centimeters. I forget exactly how big, whether it was 90, 95, 100, but it was freakishly large. And the box it came in had these two sort of tubes, tunnels going through it, which were these reinforced tubes because it was so heavy. The way it was designed to be moved was you slide metal poles through these tubes in the box, and two people, big, burly, strong men, ideally, get on either end and lift it because it was basically impossible for one person to move slowly. Sorry, safely. Why did I say slowly? So, and yeah, they were telling me about it, like, because I saw the box it was in with these tubes. It's fucking wild. And they said, like, we do sell some of these, but we tell the people, because we go and install it, we tell them you need to decide where it's going and you need to be sure, and you're not going to change your mind because you cannot safely watch it. Oh, sorry, God, I was getting distracted by text. You can't safely move it. So you have to decide where it's going to go, and that's where it's going to go, and it can't move because it's ridiculously heavy. And again, add to the list of things I never bothered to remember because they're not important to me. I don't remember. Probably a couple $1,000 though. Oh yes, what are you saying here? Because you can't get a giant TV because you only got one eye. So Joyce would have got a 90-inch, but you went with 60-inch, so it's not like watching tennis. Yeah, it's like the first time I saw something in IMAX, I had to do this. Like, my God, this is freaky. Yes, the onion buying InfoWars was very funny. Yeah, I tell you one thing CRTs had going for them: recyclable. Not so much LCDs. And so the switch from CRT to LCD created just a huge amount of e-waste. God, us humans are irresponsible, honestly. Oh, God, that's fucking good. I still prefer an old-fashioned, but that's really good for a variation. Oh, my God, that's actually really good. Yeah, I personally am looking forward, talking about the onion buying InfoWars. I am looking forward to see what they do, because it's like they said we're going to relaunch InfoWars, and so it's just making fun of Alex Jones and people like him. And on one level, you go, God, it's almost impossible to parody Alex Jones. But they did it with Clickhole. So The Onion was just news satire. So there was a print version of it back in the 90s. I think they're doing a print version again now. I had a print version of The Onion I got about 15 years ago, or actually probably longer. No, I thought it was a YouTube thing, but no, it was when I went with my ex, because she had family in the States. So I had a paper version of The Onion about 20 years ago. But anyway, they launched a site, I got a while back now, 5-10 years ago, called Clickhole, which was making fun of shitty clickbait sites. And when they said that's what they were doing, I was going, how do you parody those ridiculous fucking sites? They're so shit. They're beyond parody. But then Clickhole came out and I went, oh my God, they actually did it. They did a funny parody of clickbait sites. And so that's what they say. They're going to change InfoWars into a site that makes fun of InfoWars. Really looking forward to see what they do it. Yes. And also big double thumbs for the good relationship, Home for the Elderly and Soph. Big cheers to that. Hey, Heine, how you doing? It's where that's different. Like with that aperitif, it's bitter, or it's lightly bitter, and so you've got the sort of booziness of the whiskey, sweetness from the sweet vermouth, and a bit of sweetness and a bit of bitterness from the aperitif, and they are quite harmonious. Makes that quite a nice drink. It's not as good as the Christmas old fashioned, because taking the handbrake off and like, you Sunday night, let's get fucked up. Think you're okay. Okay. Watch the boxing. Yeah, it's free. So yeah, why not? Okay, you watched most of it. Was it boring? I got the vibe it was boring. Soph's mum watched the stream and you went to the food trucks. Oh, that's fun. Oof. Alex Jones not only deserved to get destroyed for what he did to the Sandy Hook victims, it's important that he's destroyed and loses everything, because what he did to the Sandy Hook parents was the most vile, evil, psychopathic thing I can imagine, like outside of actually inflicting violence on innocents. But it's these people who had the worst day of their lives and then were subject to vilification and harassment because Alex Jones was peddling stuff he knew to be false just to make money. He needs to be utterly destroyed so that other fuckwits like him and who are inspired by him actually realize, oh, you can face repercussions. And they need to know you can't just do anything you want. They're, fuck around and find out. Fuck yes, he should be in jail. And as I said, because in the Discord, Ray's was kind of Ray's doesn't defend him. That's wrong to say. But he thought the judgment was extreme. And I say 100% certainly, if I was one of the Sandy Hook parents, my entire focus would be on living in a world where that cunt Alex Jones wasn't breathing. It would be as simple as that. I mean, ability, maybe not. I'm hoping all the platforming sites just see him as a bad risk now. Oh, Alex Jones was way pre-Trump. And in fact, a very long time ago, like I think probably more than 10 years ago, Aidsy and I did a bunch of research on him because we were going to do a paranoid conspiracy thing and making fun of him. And so we said, we need to look at what he's really doing, because it's easy to think Jones was ideologically driven, but he didn't believe 90% of what he said. And when we delved into the site, and this was actually before he got big on YouTube, on his site, we realized this is about selling things, because the ideology didn't count for shit. The ideology was about whipping people up and getting them foaming at the mouth to support him. And then he was selling them shit. Like, even before selling the ridiculous pills that he sold, he was selling DVDs of his rants and making good living. So when we looked at the site, it became obvious this was not about ideology. This was not about the conspiracies. This was about sucking people in and selling them shit. And so I just hope that the various payment platforms, social media platforms, just rank him as too high a risk. So, but yeah, and I hope the others take the message. Like, by all means, believe in stuff that I think is stupid. What the fuck ever. But deliberately and maliciously inciting harassment of people who've had one of the worst experiences imaginable. There's got to be repercussions for that. You can't do something that fucked up and that evil and continue to profit from it. So I am 100% of the opinion that Alex Jones needed to be absolutely destroyed, because he can't be allowed to profit from that sort of fucking evil. See, that sort of stuff when he's hearing, "Chemicals in the water turn and the frog's gay," was just a thing. Yeah, bombers are creating a gay bomb at the Pentagon. Well, the fixation on gay. How much does Alex Jones like the dick? But he's actually torturing people who've already gone through the worst pain imaginable. Oh God, the trans panic. Okay, I don't know if anyone else has seen it, but is this guy some weird guy in America? Yeah, just your average right-wing dickhead, and he thought he was doing this thing to own the libs and make fun of there's no such thing as people actually being trans, because he was just posing in pictures wearing dresses, and he'd put lipstick and other makeup on and just going like, I'm a legit trans woman as much as anyone is. And people are just saying, like, if you want to be part of our community, we're going to support you. And like, he never owned the libs. No one ever got upset at him about it. No one ever thought he was hurting things. But he just keeps doing it. And as much as it's a stereotype to say the people who obsess about being gay, probably gay, this guy just keeps getting new outfits, buying new women's clothes and wearing them and wearing makeup and parading around. And it's like, oh yes, I did actually see how popular Pornhub trans porn vids are in the supposedly conservative states. Yeah. But yeah, this particular guy is just like, hey sister, you may already be coming to a realization, but I think it's going to get more solid as time goes by. And, you probably will be welcomed and accepted when you realize what's going on with you. Very weird dude. Okay, see, that was the one that was dangerous in a different way. There's that whole thing about there was a popular pizza place in Washington. So the Democrats are doing child sacrifice and whatnot in the basement of this pizza parlor, which did not have a basement. a guy showed up with a fucking rifle. It's like, this shit is dangerous. Kind of like the Nazis in Australia have been saying, they'll become a terrorist and they'll shoot cops. If the cops take away kids, that's all we got to do. And there was the case in Queensland of the sovereign citizens who did kill multiple cops. And I think it's maybe slowly getting through to cops who would beat the fuck out of left-wing protesters and take a relatively soft touch to actual fucking Nazis. And I think the penny might be starting to drop with cops. That the right-wingers will actually kill them. The left-wingers won't. The left-wingers will just, shout slogans and say all cops are bastards. The right-wingers will actually kill them. I mean, probably, yes. I think there are hate speech laws in the US. I'm not an expert. No, I don't think there were any shots fired at the pizza shop, but a guy did show up with a rifle. Oh, Margaret Court is a piece of shit, certainly. And that's the thing, 90% of the cops are right-wingers, so they just enjoyed kicking the shit out of left-wing protesters and taking a soft touch with the Nazis. But like I said, I think the penny is finally dropping with them, that the Nazis, the sovereign citizens, the extreme right conspiracy nutbags will fucking kill them. We were talking about Alex Jones, and it was funny that The Onion has bought the InfoWars website. And one of his things was, Democrats running a child sex ring out of the basement of a Washington pizza parlor, a place that did not have a basement. And someone showed up there one day with a rifle. He's going to free the children. Take me to the cellar. And there was no cellar in this building. But that's why, I was just saying the stuff Jones and his type does is dangerous and destructive and needs to be stopped. All right, one more drink and I'm over the edge. I'm making the Christmas old-fashioned again because it was so freaking good. Okay. Put a couple of things away. Ooh. Yeah, okay. There. All right, well, that goes back in the fridge. I'm not doing that yet. All right, well, this is going to have a new home in the mysterious cupboard of mystery. There's a space for it. Go there. Twofold goes back in here. Oops, but we want the panettone. Someone's got to clip me the actual video, not the GIF, because I want the voice of Mark from Auntie Donna going, panettone, every time I get this whiskey out. And I think I am going to have I'm going to make this, then let it sit and chill for a bit. Definitely need to have a pee break. Okay. Christmas gin. Christmas brandy. And special bitters. So we are doing orange. Where's cranberry gone? Cranberry. And where's the black walnut go? Is it the black walnut? That's the black walnut. Very seasonal bitches. Okay, little bit of my Christmassy sugar syrup as well. That's the good shit. Right, that one. Right, now 3/4 of an ounce of each of these. Gin. It's like drinking gin with nothing else in. Brandy. Okay. Old Australia. And in fact, Old Victorian. And I just fucking missed the glass. What a waste. But I learned from my experience the other night, don't try and lick it off the table. It tastes worse. Okay. Whiskey. Now we do orange bitters. And we do cranberry bitters. Oh, I think the cranberry bitters has run out. Okay. You go in the bin, cranberry bitters. But never fear, because I knew that was running out, so I got another bottle. Cranberry bitters. There's a little dotted line on this. Got to get the little plastic seal off. All right. Better. Oh, that didn't work at all. Okay. Oh, what's with these things not bloody dashing properly, honestly? And the black walnut, this doesn't dash properly either. Whatever. Make my life difficult, sons of bitches. Okay. All right. Yes, that was Pizzagate, and we're all glad the onion won. Okay, stir that in. And I do have to have a pee break. I really do. Oh, Tom Kitten fell down. That's okay. He's going to haunt you. Put him back in there. There you go. Tom Kitten's in charge. Be back in a minute. Ooh, I really needed that. Really needed that. Okay. Oh yes. Sign up to the Secret Santa. It's in the Discord. Put a new link in the Discord as well, Dr. Abigail. Oh, we. Oh, Strictly saying the guy did fire shots. Okay. That is news to me. I didn't think he fired shots. Good to know. I saw you post the thing, but I mean, seriously, the Department of Government Efficiency, that's going to be the least stupid thing. I know I haven't even signed up yet. So you should go and repost the link, Dr. Abigail. Need to bring it back to prominence on the Discord. Oh my God, that's so fucking good. Oh, that is real good. Yum. Oh. Yeah, I kind of feel like when we're talking about Trump, people have forgotten just how fucking unhinged the first Trump presidency was. Just like ridiculous, stupid shit happened every day. Can we do that? Can you pin comments? I don't know shit about Discord. Let me go more. Create thread, copy to pin message. Double checking that you want to pin this message, general neurospicy dumping ground for posterity and greatness. Yeah, pin it. All right. Oh my God. I just saw the picture you used on this. Not sure how that works. RSVP. Okay. I'm officially signing up. I'm going to put my email address in. It's angryaussie@gmail.com. And we'll see, my name is Angry Aussie. And I'm not putting my birthday in. Gift exchange, let the good times roll. Sent you a code to verify my email. Oh, okay. Which email? Oh, yeah, there it is. Verification code. Submit. Ooh, confetti. That worked. All right, so I'm officially signed up now. Can do it, or really don't want to handle stuff, make moderator 7. No, that's okay. It's done. Hey, Redfoot, how you doing? Brothers talk to you about aliens. There was yet another story saying, oh, we think we've got it. Every time they say there's something about aliens, it isn't. It is not about aliens. We have not been visited by aliens. Every person who says they have been is either deliberately lying or delusional. So, has there been stuff that is either unknown to the people who that like the military? Like, they have definitely recorded stuff that is either unknown to the military or is actually a classified secret because it's experimental. It's not aliens, okay? It is not aliens. But you love your brother, but you have to keep telling him you don't fucking care. All right, so with a Secret Santa, you can put anything on your wish list. Suggest a suggestion vibe rather than specific things, but you might want a specific thing. I mean, I don't know. Everyone knows me. I'm not going to put anything on my wish list. Oh, God, your dad's gone mega Trumpist. I mean, at a guess, I'm not fucking asking them, but at a guess, a minimum half my family, as in my brothers and sisters, are probably Trumpy. That's just guessing, because I'm not going to fucking ask. No fucking way. Actually, I think it would be an interesting thing to have an open, non-judgmental, rational conversation about why people go Trumpy who previously wouldn't have. And yes, Redfoot, when there's a fucking genocide happening, again, the Australian government is complicit as well. Not to the degree the US government is, but still complicit. Because here's what I thought. Because particularly, you notice people that you would have traditionally called sort of progressive or lefty, like hippies and naturopaths and whatnot, have gone that way. And it's because they've got this whole mistrust of authority, particularly mistrust of pharmaceutical companies, who are all as evil as fuck, quite honestly. But it's you got to be careful you don't tip over into the crazy side. And it's like, yeah, you know what? You should exercise caution and a bit of distance with media, with politicians, with big corporations. But when someone can go from, I don't trust government, I don't trust the oligarchs, I don't trust the big companies, to Trump's the answer, it's just like, well, you're fucking insane. because Trump is the embodiment of those things. But it's literally just, and these people have repeatedly been let down by the mainstream media, the mainstream political discourse, the mainstream of society. But it's kind of like you go from having a rational skepticism to just dipping straight over into insane conspiracy theories. Yeah, the whole psyop thing is very concerning, Redfoot. So you called up your dad. Does he have his CDs backed up Ingles portable hard drive? And he said he can't stand what's going on in America. And that's why I thought you liked Trump. Muslims, yeah, except they're not. Again, all those talking points of conservatism are just not true. Yeah. Okay, the tariffs thing would be funny because I don't know if Trump will really impose tariffs, because if he does, that just means everything's more expensive. Like in the abstract, okay, so the lie, and from Trump, it is a lie. It is a definite and absolute lie. He knows he's lying. He's going, we're going to put tariffs on imported goods because then they'll make them in America in this case. So that simply isn't going to happen. All that's going to happen is the price of imported goods and components and whatever are going to get more expensive according to the tariff he puts on them, which is just ridiculous. Like if that would literally work, again, we do actually have a pretty long history of tariffs not being particularly effective on their own at promoting local industry. There has to be a whole raft of other stuff that is anathema to Trump, like, good working conditions, unions, etc. But relying on tariffs alone has a long history of failing. All it does is limit what you can get and make what you can get more expensive. Okay, Redfoot was from a band you're in, not. I said, oh, that's right. In the US, red states are conservative. I always associated red with the Communist Party. Oh, like literally, I am not. People are probably going to keep sending me stuff. Oh, this insane shit, Trump. You should no. It's just going to be insane shit all the fucking time. It's fun. Redfoot. Do you have a bit called a Littlefoot? Yeah. The way people who support Trump switch their brain off full on does my head in. It's just like you're saying a thing that does not make any sense whatsoever. Oh, that's actually a fun username. Project Blue Book, the alien project from the 60s. Yeah, that's actually fun. Why did this room not get cooler when I turned on the... I don't think it worked. Actually, this is going to do my head in. Give me a minute. I'm just going to go check something. I'll be back in a minute. Probably less than 60 seconds. Didn't feel like it's getting much cooler. Okay. So, Oh, ow, ow, shit, ow, 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 ow. Yeah, that's sorry, that's always done my head in, Justin. In the US, red is conservative and blue's progressive. In Australia and England, blue's conservative and red's progressive. Blue Book CDs are enhanced. Had music clips. Oh, okay, there you go. It was 48 seconds. There you go. I said it'd be this. Oh, that worked. All right. I just made the aircon cooler and I can instantly feel it. Like, I don't think it's going to get much cooler overnight. Don't really want to run aircon all night, so I want to cool the room down. What's Bomb saying? 28. Okay, 28 feels like 28. Tomorrow's okay. They're saying it's going to get down to 18, but that's like it's literally the temperature's not going to drop till 7 a.m. and then it's going to get a bit warmer. Oh, okay. Okay. Oof. The temperatures they're predicting for tomorrow are screwy. They're saying it'll be 23 at 10 a.m. and it'll drop to 11 at noon. I'll wait and see. I don't know if that's real, but that is a weird. Oh no, that's a feels like. Sorry. Okay, so they're saying it's going to be 26 at 10, feels like 23, and at 1 it's going to be 16 and feels like 11. That seems pretty screwy, but you know, I'm going to see. And it might rain tomorrow. It might rain a lot. It might rain a little bit, or it might. Wow, they're really unsure. 1 to 15 millimeters. That's a pretty big divergence. You've been below freezing 50. Yeah, I've been in places where the temperature's changed 20 Celsius. If it's getting to freezing, it doesn't usually get much warmer during the day. But Jesus, one summer in Melbourne, we were at the beach and it was like 38, 40 Celsius. And this storm we could see this storm rolling in, just absolutely black wall of cloud moving really fast across the bay. So we packed up and went home. And in the time it took us to pack up, get to the car and get home, half an hour, the storm rolled in, the temperature dropped to 16. And that was half an hour. It went from high 30s, almost 40, to 16 in half an hour. And the next day, it didn't get over 16. It was friggin' wild. So that's where we normally get huge divergence, when it's actually really hot, not when it's really cold. If it's really cold, it normally doesn't get that much warmer. But sometimes when it's really hot, you can get a rapid drop in temperature. So there's that. Like when I tell that one, people think I'm exaggerating that it dropped more than 20 Celsius in half an hour, but it friggin' did. It was wild. Oh, I could imagine that really triggering migraines, actually, because a massive change in barometric pressure as well, I think. I have no idea. It's probably humid outside. I'm inside with air conditioning, so I have no idea how humid it is outside. Didn't we have this conversation? I had U-Foods. I think it was chicken parma bites, which what it means is like chicken nuggets with a bit of like, tomato parma sauce and some veggies. But dots are dotties, and this thing. What have you not had? What, we didn't talk about dinner tonight? No, the RSL was from Mentone out towards Brighton, past Brighton. Oh, I think I just heard some thunder. That's interesting. Redfoot, did we talk about this? You reckon cinnamon and antioxidants? Yeah, that was. I don't remember saying that as a remedy. Dr. Abigail gets migraines. I don't. It was pretty fucking quiet. I tell you for real. And there were a few people at the RSL. Dr. Abigail, when a cold front sweeps over a heat wave, temp drops, pressure change is dramatic. Ideal gas law must be observed. You reckon you heard it? Yeah, it was just kind of rumbling then, a bit of thunder. So we might get some overnight rain. Actually, what's the rain radar looking for? I didn't look at that. What's the rain rate? What's the map? Okay, the map says there is no rain about. There's rain, a little bit of rain up towards the New South Wales border. There's some towards the South Australian border. There's a shitload going across Adelaide from Port Lincoln to Adelaide. That might reach us tomorrow, or it might miss us. But there's a shit ton of rain moving from Port Lincoln to Adelaide at the moment, according to the map. And there's a bit in New South Wales and Queensland. Ooh, and there's a storm right in the middle of fucking nowhere in Queensland. There's like no towns on the map where it is. But there's a really intense storm. Or there's a couple of storms in the interior of Queensland. There you go. Oh shit, there's a big one up on just north of Mount Isa. Jesus, they got some volatile fucking weather in Queensland, I'll tell you that much. But that's normal because they're, pretty much the tropics. Oh, gosh damn. Yeah, there were, Jesus, I'm a fucking oldie, Safa, let's get real. But yeah, there were, even compared to me, oldies there. It was such a funny RSL, honestly. It was so old school. Oof. It's like they were making no pretense about, we're an RSL club, and that's all we are. And more fucking power to them, I say. But it was kind of funny. I have not been in such an old school RSL since I was in Dubbo, basically. Hey, Megaleech, how you doing? Nice to see you. Burpees. What's the time? I don't even know if I'm going to drink some mineral water. It's so humid here, you can't print. Hygroscopic. Okay, it's too humid to use your 3D printer. Good Lord. RSL was also the town library. Well, RSL clubs are often a big part of the community, particularly in country towns. And Jesus Christ, Mentone RSL was like a country town RSL, definitely. If you try, all you hear are the spits of steam coming from the printer. Damn. Burpees. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit. I might just get some freaking tap water, actually, because I don't want to drink like this whole can before bedtime, because I'm probably going to bed before too much longer. Because get up during the night to pee. Oh yeah, burpees is I know that exercise, the burpee exercise. I mean, I don't do it. I don't fucking exercise. Lazy fat fuck. But actually, I think my ice has just been melting. No, so there's a decent amount of water in here just from the ice melting. No, it's just like I don't want to be wasted. And again, when we have like even when I do big party night, I'm not hungover the next day, but it's just like feeling slightly off. Term is hygroscopic. There you go. Oh, I know you're just kidding, Safa. I'm not taking offense, but it's just like, yeah, if I mean, I'm pretty like woo at the moment, and I could have one more drink. Ooh, you know what I could go. No, oh Jesus, I was just thinking like I should go out and get some of my eggnog, and I'm just thinking something as heavy as eggnog. Don't do woof. Don't do that. Damn, don't do that. I guess no. Moving the goalposts is universal, as in you're making it difficult for people in an unfair way if you're moving the goalposts, and so that's universal to any area where they have a sport that has goalposts, even if those goalposts are very difficult. Billy Bragg even has a song, "Been Up All Night Moving the Goalposts." There we go. Oh yeah, a bit of water, bit of icy cold water. I like that. That's a good thing. So I guess I don't know. I'll stay here until Mrs. Angry texts me and says she's gone to bed because I don't know. She was playing Assassin's Creed Mirage. And getting into that. We watched Dune Part 1 this afternoon. We had seen it before. In fact, we saw both Dune movies in the cinema. I love it. The whole thing about does the ceiling fan help with humidity? Dr. Ariel points out technically it cools you down by moving air around, which evaporates sweat from your body, which would ironically make the room more humid. That is I agree, Safa. That's a fun science fact right there. That is a fun science fact. Cools you down, but technically makes the room more humid. Oh, yeah, I really fucking enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine. It's so silly and so much fun. It's like silly in a good way. Yes, Heine's a fan. Nice. Air moving does tend to help with keeping you cool. Exactly as Dr. Abigail said, moving air tends to evaporate your sweat, which is your body trying to cool itself down. Holds up with a second watch. Yeah, I probably will watch it. DNP. Yeah, no, I think Deadpool would go DP and Wolverine. Yeah. And I get, yes, if you're actually trying to keep the room dry, you as a human, your comfort is secondary. Oh, dude, we all talk a lot. This whole thing. So what did I watch today? Because it's Saturday and I did want to go outside because it's so fucking hot. Although I did do my laundry and I'm a good boy and brought it in just before the stream. I'm a good boy. So I watched a couple of episodes of The Venture Brothers, which I'm still really fucking enjoying. It's really weird. It's like I criticize modern Simpsons because I don't laugh at it. I get maybe one good laugh in an episode, but a lot of the animated shows I really enjoy. I don't laugh out loud at them. I just really enjoy the story and the things that happen. And The Venture Brothers is funny, but I tend not to laugh out loud. I just really enjoy the satire and parody in it. So your printer's not enclosed. Moving air would cause problems. Yeah, all right. I have very little interest in watching the Apprentice movie. It might be good. Yeah, it's got Sebastian Stan and the guy from that TV show. What the fuck was it? I was going to call it Inheritance, but it wasn't that. But anyway, it may well be a good movie. I just don't have a huge amount of interest in seeing it. Ooh, Safa, did you get anything good at Aldi? Aldi always fascinates me. I mean, honestly, I might go to Aldi. I'm just thinking of making Christmas drinks and Christmas punches. Might go to Aldi to get cheap whiskey, cheap rum, cheap brandy. Make some more eggnog with. But we'll see. Oh my god, I've got something. Ooh, what are we? Okay, so we're still 2 weeks of November to go. So okay, so that was new make rye spirit in there. I was going to bottle that in December. That's like 6 months, and taste the other ones, which have been going. Actually, I think I put dates on the other ones, didn't I? Let's go and look. I'm not going to taste them tonight. Okay, so cheap whiskey number 2 has been in there since October 6th. Okay, so it's been there over a month. Cheap whiskey number 1 has been in there since the 20th of August. Coming up on 3 months for that. But the rye new make has been in, by December, will have been in there 6 months. And a little barrel like that, that's kind of like 2 years. So I think, and that was tasting super yummy last time I tasted it. Okay. Oh God, it's leaked a little bit. I can see some bits on the table it's leaked. That feels like it's still got a fair bit. And that's still got a fair bit of volume. Leaked. What's this one? It'll be interesting to see how much has evaporated. How much is the Angel's share? But I think like in 2 weeks, I'll decant, bottle the rye. What did I miss when I was doing that? Modern Simpsons. Yeah, I watched a few episodes and I found out like I got one good laugh from each episode. I don't even know who Maria Bakalova is. She was in Borat too. Okay. I like Sebastian Stan. Well, you lost track of the barrels. I, for a change, haven't, thanks to you sending me a label maker. So the 3 of them, one is mostly a rye new make spirit, but I did put some other stuff in. I didn't really document it. And last time I tasted it, it was super yummy. So I'm taking it out in 2 weeks. And the other 2 are the 2 cheap whiskeys that I thought, will they get better if I barrel age them for a few months? So I think I'll take, I haven't done a barrel aged cocktail for a while. So I think when I decant the rye new make, I think I'll make a cocktail, and it's probably just going to be an old fashioned, and barrel age it because I think that'll be freaking yummy. Or maybe I'll put wine in it for a while to get some flavor back in there. Snowy, you ready for 2025? I mean, I was really disappointed Mike Tyson didn't lay him the fuck out. That was incredibly disappointing. A Mabel Laker. Yes, that's named after, where is it? Charlie, a Spoonerism. Named after the Reverend Spooner. Yeah. And like I said, trying to give the modern Simpsons a bit of a break. The animated shows I really like, I tend not to laugh out loud at. I just really, and so that's the thing. I like the stories more in stuff like Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites. Not that it's new, but the Venture Brothers, like the episodes I'm watching are more than 20 years old. The story in The Simpsons is not as good. Going to watch some Yellowstone. Look, I've watched 3 episodes with Mrs. Angry. She might not want to watch anymore, and that's okay. I'll probably watch it on my own. Okay. Redfoot, Spoonerism is a classic thing. Okay, I'll get a proper definition of Spoonerism. But it's named after a fictional character called the Reverend Spooner. So Wikipedia for a Spoonerism. An occurrence in speech when corresponding consonants, vowels, or morphemes are switched between 2 words of a phrase. Named after the Oxford Don and priest. Well, wait, was the Reverend Spooner a real person who reportedly spoke this way? An example is saying blushing crow instead of crushing blow, or runny babbit instead of bunny rabbit. While Spoonerisms are commonly heard as slips of the tongue, they can also be used intentionally as wordplay. The first known Spoonerisms were published by the 16th century author François Rabelais in The Term Contre Trump. Is not right. He wrote Femme for Insane Woman at Mass, Woman with. Well, I don't know what that is. Spoonerisms are named for the Reverend Spooner. I thought he was a fictional character. He's real. 1844 to 1930. An article from the Times in 1921 reports the boys of Aldorf School, Eastbourne, have been set the following task for the holidays: discover and write something down about the old lady of Threadnoodle Street, a Spoonerism, a busman's holiday. Okay. Admits that Spooner made, to my knowledge, only one Spoonerism in his life. He stood on the pulpit and announced the hymn Kinkering Kongs and their titles take, instead of conquering kings and their titles take. Okay. It is customary to cuss the bride, as opposed to it's customary to kiss. 3 cheers for our queer old Dean, instead of our dear old Queen. The Lord is a shoving leopard, instead of a loving shepherd. A well-boiled icicle, instead of a well-oiled bicycle. You are fighting a liar in the quadrangle, instead of lighting a fire. Is the bean dizzy, instead of Dean busy? Someone is occupying my... Anyway, so Spoonerism is mixing stuff up like that. Redfoot, we're all about the learning. You had a book called Spoonerism. Oh, you always thought he was real. I thought he was a fictional character, but he's real. Reverend Spooner. Used to say Spoonerisms as a teenager accidentally. Somewhat embarrassing. Father used them on purpose to sound clever. Not despite, but because, yeah, no, dads are like that. That would classify as a Spoonerism in the beginning instead of in the beginning. It's more common to be the first consonant in 2 words, but any sort of swapping, and often with innuendo as well. You call it Canadianisms. Nice. Let's shit talk the Canadians. Damn it, they deserve it. Yes, French people speak whackbirds. That is also a Spoonerism. Oof. And we are going. I swear to God, the temptation to have another alcoholic beverage is pretty strong. Oh, Snowy, do you know me? I am a fucking... Look, dude, the fucking bar, man. So Angry Aussie was originally not a drinking channel. It was like being angry left-wing politics. But you see I've got 4 shelves, whiskey, gin. That's like rum and agave spirits. And that's like a mix of things. There's some brandy and other things down here. And the mysterious cupboard of mystery has liqueurs and extra spirits that run off. Ah, thank you for the respect, Snowy. I have a different channel called Angry Cocktails where I post cocktail recipes. How many cherries are in the jar? It's still like 3/4 full. That's relatively new, 3/4 full. This one's empty. Look how much syrup. I should take this out to the kitchen because Mrs. Angry puts it on desserts and stuff. I should take that out to the kitchen. Snowy, it's not drinking if you don't start. Well, what do we call that? An eye opener? A French joke. Throw the baby down the stairs with his bottle. I don't get it. There was the old English saying, throwing the baby out with a bathwater. I do actually have a backup. I have a full backup. I always have backups. It's like, okay, that might run out. So don't wait for that to run out. Have the backup waiting. And when this is empty and I open the backup, buy a new backup. Not with his bottle. I'll throw the baby down. So yeah, okay, that's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. So what that's saying is, what the saying throwing the baby out with the bathwater is actually saying is, don't go too far. Because it's like, okay, you wash the baby and then you throw out the bathwater, but make sure the baby's not in there. So it's like, don't go too far. It's not morning drinking unless it's from the morning region of France. Otherwise, it's just moderate alcoholism. No, look, dude, there's a lot of stuff I don't get, Redfoot, honestly. So maybe throwing the baby out with the bathwater is different to your saying. But that's what throwing the baby out with the bathwater means. It's like, don't go too far. It's like, yes, you've got to throw the bathwater out, but don't throw the baby out with it. Sorry. Abigail just posted some very funny Star Trek memes to the Discord. You should go and look at those. You're not about the bathwater, Redfoot? Okay. Okay. I was just saying, bathwater is the whole thing. I mean, yes, throwing babies out is a crazy idea, Snowy. That's a fair observation. A husband calls up the stairs to his wife, throws the baby down the stairs, his bottle. Okay, so that's saying throw the baby's bottles down the stairs? Yeah, is it the child shaped like a football? I don't know. Wife doesn't hear the last bit, so just throws the baby down the stairs. You don't get it either. No, I think I get what Redfoot's saying. Someone says they're structuring the sentence weirdly. They mean throw the baby's bottle down the stairs, but he says throw the baby down the stairs, his bottle, and the wife only hears throw the baby down the stairs, which is, not good. Right. French grammatical structure is different to English. Yes, that is true. Glad we're giving you a laugh, Snowy. That's what it's all about. Hanging out, chilling, having fun. No, I think I get what you're saying, Redfoot. But also, if I'm not, you're right to be exasperated with me, quite honestly. I'm trying to think, is there something in this is stating the obvious. There is definitely something in my huge collection that I haven't used for ages. What the fuck is this doing? Okay. So, besides the spirits here, what's it in the liqueurs cupboard? Oh, God. Oh, somebody got chartreuse, macadamia. What's this one? Honey, lemon, and ginger. Coffee liqueur, Fernet Branca, bitter amaro. Ugh. Maraschino, bitter aperitivo, Conquacello, limoncello, Averna Amaro, Montenegro Amaro, sour apple. What's this one? Amaretto. Sorry, can you hear me? Because I'm just over here. Amaretto. Okay, that's the grapefruit one I just put in here. Mandarino. Passion fruit. What else is here? Pineapple Amaro. I haven't used that in ages. Blue Curacao. Groisel, which is red currant liqueur. Myr, which is black currant liqueur. Watermelon liqueur. Elderflower liqueur. Apple liqueur. What's this one? Oh, that's limoncello. The other one was Amaro. Limoncello. Tangelo cello. Cinnamon liqueur. Vanilla liqueur. Brandy liqueur. Yuzu liqueur. Melon liqueur. Wine liqueur. Italicus. Strawberry. Benedictine. God, this is it's okay. Every now and then I look at my own collection and say, this is insane. What are you doing? Why do you have all this stuff? Honestly. French were conquered by so many people. No wonder their language is fucked up as ours. Oh, I definitely argue English is more fucked up than French because it's influenced by French. It's influenced mostly by German, but also by French and also by Latin and also by a few Norse and a few other things. Oh, okay, as a general rule, I don't do shots. I do cocktails. Yeah. Oh well, I was tastefully sipping whiskies on Thursday. On for the elderly. I forgot to put the fucking dishwasher on. All right, you think I should? See, no, I'm blaming you because I have not had a message from my other half saying she's going to bed, so I might have another drink. Yeah. Oh, old Middle English. Very heavy on the French and Germanic language stuff. Just you doing shots? Yeah, I was tastefully sipping. Oh, Dr. Abigail said something about Star Trek memes. So I posted a Star Trek meme. Oh, okay. Just because it's called Star Trek Bridge Crew, I wanted to post a Star Trek meme there. Okay, well, I got to get something snowy. I've got so many things to sipping. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Fuck it, man. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to find something on the spirit side that I haven't tasted for a while. And that's, God, because there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24. So there's 90 odd bottles here. Jesus Christ. I'm a madman. I'm a fucking madman. What will we have? What will we have from these 9 bottles? Oof. Runs. Liqueurs. I'm fucking paralyzed by choice. Okay. What whiskey have I not had for a long time? What's in here? Oh, I want to try this one. I might end up using this in cocktails. Okay. This is not technically a whiskey. It's a corn spirit made in Texas. Gonna pull myself out from the Balcones distillery. Ugh. Why the fuck is there a gap in my whiskies there? I don't know. You know what? Panettone, you get to go here. Because there's a gap there for some reason. I don't know what I did. And I put my gin here. And my brandy down here, where the brandies go. Anyway, so, as I say, technically not a whiskey. Corn spirit. From Texas. Snowy, you drank 750 mils of vodka. That's not good. And several beers. Lots of stuff been happening in. Oh my god, Dr. Abigail. Where do we get so many? So many memes just went up there. Sorry, Strictly Sega, you're what about? I'm not even going to share them here. You got to go in the Discord team. You're what about looking at DVDs on the bottom shelf at the thrift store? I love that. Open browser. What? Wait, if I get teleported, if you burst me into plasma mirror symbol to die and get replaced by a replica? No, sir. Your body's destroyed, leaving your soul in place when the precise duplicate is reassembled. Soul enters the body, preserving your immutable identity. Great, beam me down. And then they all laugh at him because, of course, that's a question often asked about Star Trek. Are you dying and just being replaced by a double who doesn't know you died? I'm too drunk to. I have to do multiple steps to share the memes. Just fucking go on the fucking Discord. No, I've never been to Texas. I would love to go to Texas. In the US, I've only been to California, Colorado, and Nevada. So I've been to San Fran, Los Angeles, Vegas, and whatever the fucking capital of Colorado is. That really actually tastes like corn. Oh man, what's the alcohol content on that? That fucking burns. What's an Ocarina of Time randomizer? I love Ocarina of Time. Fun as fuck. I mean, that does sound pretty good. Damn. I would love to go to New York and New Jersey, actually. I have some YouTube friends there. Then I was talking randoms. Redfoot wants random Dungeons and Dragons enemies and items. Is New York closer to Moscow than Sydney? I don't know. Oh man, that's almost got flavors like corn cooked on a barbecue. Sort of smoky corn flavors. There's just looking at stuff on the Discord again. Look, Snowy, I don't know if you're on my Discord. I'll put the invite for Discord on. Just if you want to. If you're not on the Discord, that's the thing to join it. So home fidelity randomizer takes Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizer location. Okay. G'day. But you can post a link to anything you want on the Discord if you want me to check something out. And Redfoot, yeah, if you're not in the Discord, we have fun on there. Snowy, I'm really glad you joined too. This is okay. This is like, I was like a very early YouTuber, and like 10 or 15 years ago, I had a degree of notoriety, but I just kind of thought, oh, fuck all that noise. Like when YouTube got weird, I like demonetized my channel and also, and these days, particularly since COVID, just do these low key live streams to hang out. Oh, yes. See, Snowy, you can actually jump right in and join the Secret Santa. You like Majora's Mask more than the Ocarina of Time? I thought Majora's Mask was very good. I like Ocarina of Time more, though. And this is the thing I always come back to. The thing that gets me in Ocarina of Time, right at the end, when you win and everyone's celebrating, because for those who don't know, what happens, your character Link has to go around finding the people who are going to end up being, oh, I've even forgotten what the term is, but basically they transform from what they are into this otherworldly being who's going to save the world. But who they were in the world is gone. And in the end, Link gets them all there and defeats the bad guy, saves the world, and everyone has a huge fucking party. And there's this bit in the closing credits where while everyone's partying, there's these two characters who are sad. And one of them he's there because his best friend turned into one of these spirits and he's gone forever. So he's lost his friend. And the other one is his daughter is gone because she turned into one of these spirits. And everyone's partying, and these two are just sitting there really sad because the most important person to them in the world is gone. And I thought, geez, Nintendo, that's pretty fucking full on, dropping that on me. Oh, God. Sorry, Dr. Agabel, the Gordon Ramsay, the Kelpian was so undercooked the ganglia can still sense a threat, is a very good meme. Ah, not Lord Snow joined the thing. Yay. Snowy joined the stream. Yay. Joined the Discord. Yay. Redfoot, I haven't played Wind Waker. Everyone says Wind Waker is a really good one. I get you joking, Safa, but I am okay. I know someone who unironically gets angry if I don't say spoiler alert for something that's 20 years old. I say, fuck off. It's kind of like Martin Freeman when he was talking about the Hobbit movie and he said something that happened in it. And the person interviewing him goes, oh, spoiler alert. And he goes, fuck's sake. Like the book was published 100 years ago. Yum. I'm a fan of the Balcones distillery, actually. Texas. I got this from Texas. Oh, I just hear really good things about Wind Waker. It does have the very cartoony style, 2D cell animation cartoons. Oh, dude, I'm not going to do anything tonight. Maybe another time. Um, Home for the Elderly. I think it's still okay to say if something in the last 10 years is like, okay, yeah, spoiler alert for something that's 10 years old. But seriously, if someone hasn't, particularly if it's a mainstream thing and someone hasn't watched it in 5 years, it's like, well, you don't fucking care. Okay. So it's like when it's super mainstream and you haven't bothered to watch, read, or play it in 5 years, like you know what? You don't fucking care. It's that simple. So Wind Waker, Redfoot, you're saying is the first one you've ever beat, easier than most Zelda games? Yeah, because I never had GameCube, so I didn't get it. But I haven't played all the Zelda games. We've got some I could play that I haven't played. Like I said, Mrs. Angry's the main gamer in the household at the moment. She does way more gaming than I do. I'm normally on my computer doing videos or just watching stuff on the internet. Well, and there is that, Snowy. Like a lot of people talk about Ocarina being one of the best games. And so, yeah, like 20-year-old game. It's more than 20 years old. You can't be talking about spoilers at this. But yeah, Safa just does it literally as a joke. If a book's 100 years old, yeah, maybe you don't have the time. That's fair. There is a remake on Switch. There you go. I think I'd heard that. Kind of tempted to get it because people say that Wind Waker is really good. Yeah, I haven't even played, like Mrs. Angry's played a couple of Zelda games on the Switch that I haven't played. I just don't game much. It's kind of like when I'm bored and want something to G me up, I just play Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PC. It's just so much fun and it just looks so good. It's the way that it is. So here's the thing. Okay, 10:17. I don't know when Mrs. Angry is going to go to bed. And she could surprise me at any moment by just going, I'm going to bed now, which is when I go to bed too. So, don't want to get too graphic, but there would be snuggles, is what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Why aren't people signing up to the Secret Santa? Because almost no one is. Should do it. An Ocarina of Time randomizer pulls so many views. Actually, good point, Snowy, but I'm not really a game thing. I would argue no, Safa. I would say Wind Waker as a completely, like radically different art style to Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is 3D. Breath of the Wild is cartoony, but is 3D. Wind Waker is very 2D cell animation kind of look. Snowy, I do that sometimes. If people are up to it, I'm going to make a drink and we share them. Mrs. Angry will, not all night, but she'll spend a goodly number of hours. Okay, she's not necessarily gaming at the moment. She might be watching something. But and like I said, she might, surprise me at any second going to bed now. I don't know what's happening out there. Could be anything. Also, I think I turned the air conditioner down too. I was complaining that the air conditioner wasn't cooling this room down, and I turned it down a couple of degrees. Now it's actually a little bit cold in here, which seems silly. Redfoot, but the original it's only on GameCube, isn't it? And I don't have a GameCube. have a switch. Gaming's good for relaxing. Probably depends which game you're playing. Some like first person shooters actually give me motion sickness. I actually have a Wii. I didn't have a game. I got a Nintendo 64, which I think still works, but I haven't plugged it in for ages. I have a Wii and I have a Switch. You have a GameCube. I don't have a GameCube. Do a shot at 20. I have. What are you going to do a shot of, Snowy? Your girlfriend stole your GameCube. Harsh. Oh, the handheld ones. 3DO. Man, I don't think I've had a fucking handheld since. Technically, the Switch can be a handheld because you can just take the thing out. I don't think I've had a handheld since the fucking Game Boy. What is Whiplash? I think you said Whiplash before. Is that just whiskey? I'm trying to think, what do I like straight? All those whiskeys, gins, brandies, rums. Oh. You know what? I might do this is my liqueur. This is liqueur I made. This is actually a blend of whiskey, brandy, and rum. So I might do a shot of that with you, Snowy. You're doing your Whiplash cream. Chill that. It's only 41.90. There you go. Oh man, that is seriously fucking good. Homemade liqueur. Oh my god, that is so good, actually. Wait, the 3DO is a console? I thought, oh, okay, there you go. Am I thinking of the 3DS? $800 in 93. Yeah, that is insanely expensive. Damn. Oh man, this liqueur is so good. Still, yeah, I think that's what it is here too, Safa. 27. What is it here? It's supposed to not cool down much tonight at all. Yeah, still fucking 27 here. I tell you what, though, tomorrow's looking interesting, temperature-wise. Fucking yum, motherfuckers. Oh, that's so fucking yummy. Sorry, are you just having yours now, Snowy? Sorry, I thought we were doing it before. Ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. That is so fucking yummy, that liqueur. Actually, you know what? I might do that on the mailing list. It's like I talked about sending people Christmas presents for just being on the streams. If people message me on Discord or whatever, a mailing address, I suggest some of this because this is essentially the base of my eggnog. So I reckon if you got either made your own eggnog or got supermarket eggnog and did 50% the non-alcoholic part of eggnog and 50% that liqueur, it would be a fucking killer eggnog. Yeah, you were getting into it a bit on Thursday, I guess, Home for the Elderly. Yeah, that's right. I did actually send you some of that, but maybe I'll do it more broadly. Yes, I knew you'd want some, Safa. Well, you know, I'll do that generally, and I'll mention it in a couple more streams message me a postal address, even if it's just like, you know, your local post office and you're going to pick it up from the post office. And I'll send that. Okay, now I have to look up Whiplash cream. Oh, you sent me a package which was not a MAGA hat. Nice. I'm going to look up Whiplash cream because I have no fucking idea what that is. Whiplash cream. Whiplash whiskey, the original whipped cream whiskey. I've never heard of this stuff. Let's have a look. Okay. Over 21. Oh, so it's American, so they're asking me if I'm over 21. Jesus. Okay, look, I'll share this so you know what I'm looking at. Okay. So, where are we? So this is Whiplash whiskey. The original whipped cream whiskey. Groundbreaking addition to the spirits industry. Whiplash isn't just whiskey, it's whipped cream in a bottle. A whipped cream flavored whiskey offers the indulgent, creamy taste of your favorite dessert with a sophisticated kick of top-notch whiskey. Delightfully unexpected. That is a somewhat fascinating flavor of whiskey. Whipped cream flavor. 35% ABV. Jesus. Tastes like whiskey and whipped cream. And they've got some cocktail suggestions. Smart as a whip. Whiplash whiskey, cherry liqueur, and lemon juice. Coconut cream pie martini. Rum charter, Malibu, and Whiplash. Espresso Manhattan. Whiplash whiskey, espresso, chocolate bitters. Whiplash creamsicle. Whiplash whiskey, orange juice, orange bitters, aromatic bitters, whipped cream. Whiplash whipped Washington apple. Whiplash whiskey, crown apple, cranberry juice, lime juice. Chill it, shoot it, shake it. Damn. I've literally never heard of that before now. So there you go. Mix it with Sprite and it tastes like creaming soda but strong. There you go. The movie Whiplash is very good. Snow, you try vodka, black cherry, and Sprite. Tastes like cherry limeade. There you go. You're an expert alcoholic. Damn. Oh, you haven't seen it. It's really worth it. It's a really intense movie. Oh, but it was close to home. Did you do music at some point? Because it's basically about an abusive music teacher. Very good movie. Really like it. Oh, okay. So we're coming up at 10:30. Yes, that's how an expert alcoholic spells it. I'm guessing Ray's is working because we haven't seen him. Movie night in Discord. I mean, we might, particularly with and for the elderly having a friggin' Plex set up. We could do it at one point. Oh yeah, no, that a niche product like that, you only get like if someone thinks it's worth importing. So it's like the peanut butter whiskey was hard to get for a while. And now it's easy. So if that Whiplash whiskey really takes off in the States, it might be here in a year or so. Oh, dude, I'm going to fucking bed. Are you doing another shot of the Whiplash whiskey? I think we can use Plex to have a party watch feature on Discord. George, you're doing a double. I'm not doing a double. Yeah, no, the peanut. Originally, you couldn't get Screwball, which was the one that was really popular in America. but you could get a different one, which I tried, which just fucking tasted like peanut brittle. Now you can get screwball everywhere. So if that whipped cream whiskey gets popular in the US, probably here in a year or so. I mean, we could do a movie or a TV show or something on Discord one night. We could plan for it. I mean, that actually sounds like fun. You know what I'm going to try? I've got hot cross buttered gin. Snowy, you'll send me a bottle. I am actually going to be live at about the same time tomorrow. I did see it was quite a reasonable price. But okay, here's the thing. Snowy, don't... I love the offer. Don't send me anything because it'll get stopped by Australian customs who will either not allow it to be delivered or want to apply a massive tax to it. So I really appreciate the thought and the offer. But yeah, don't do it because it'll get stopped by Australian customs because we have massive tax on things. Yeah, because daylight saving, Mrs. Angry is going to be talking to her family. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to keep an eye out for the Whiplash, Snowy. It might be available here in the next year or so. You never know. Oof. Not going to do a full... Oh. You know what? I stood up. I'm not drinking any more alcohol. Fuck no. Okay. It's like 10:30. I am going to sign off. Yeah, you have very interesting alcohol restrictions in the US. The thing is, like, the whipped cream whiskey, you could do that. Basically, how you could do it with the whipped cream. Actually get one of those whipped cream makers because you can do forced infusions. So put some whiskey and cream in one of those whipped cream things, put a couple of cartridges of nitrous in there, and then filter it out. And so you would get whipped cream infused whiskey then. Snowy, you're going, the whipped cream whiskey is so good it causes issues. I get that. Alrighty. Good night. Join the secret. Yes, everyone should join the Secret Santa. So good night, one and all. I am almost definitely doing a Sunday night stream. So we'll see how that goes. So you all take care, and I'll see you another time. I don't know if StreamYard's going to play the offensive video because it fucking crapped out when I started the stream. Who knows? Let's see what happens when I say good night.